Hello Stampers! Today is the last project in the Urban Underground Sweet Showcase. I have for you this cute little pouch. It's so adorable. You can put anything you like in there. I've just put a bar of dairy milk in there. Now these are going to be fab presents to give. They're not, not just for an actual birthday present or a thank you present, but it's just a thoughtful gift. If you've got a husband, a partner, a son or a wife that, does a bit of DIY jobs, this will be amazing to put in their packed lunch, especially if you know they've got a really hectic day and they're going to need a little bit of a sugar rush. Or if you've left your husband or wife at home doing the flat pack furniture, pop this on the side, or somewhere they're going to go to get some water, and then they'll be like, amazing, extra sugar to get the job done. They're going to love you for it, trust me. Now you can put a sentiment on the front here. I left it blank because I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for yet. I might gift it to my dad for like Father's Day, birthday, or just to say thank you, so I can put the sentiment on later. Now this was inspired by a post I saw on Pinterest, so I will link that below. I'm not sure, I can't remember for the life of me what it is right now, but it was a mixture of that post and something in the catalogue. Now these items are actually being discontinued, so they might be on offer at the moment. If you want them, grab some, they're great to have around. But these craft tagger bag gift bags, or the glycerine gift bags, these, anything with the red here is going to be discontinued. But while you can get these, I'd recommend getting them. So it's kind of this, and also one of our die sets. If I can find, here we go. The mini treat bag finlets. This one's being carried over and it's a really, really good one to have. The woman who inspired me to do this from the Pinterest used this to make the actual pouch. I'm going to show you how to make it without that because I don't have this set, but I'd recommend getting it. I'm thinking, after making these, I'm thinking of getting it because there's so many amazing little treat pouches you can do. Kids' parties, anything like that, would be amazing to have this set. So this is the mini treat bag finlets. So when I saw this and the Pinterest post, which is a similar look to this, she did a nice little pocket with some tools in and sentiment, I just thought I had to have a go. So I'm going to show you how to make this today, but a little bit different. We're going to use some DSP in the background instead of, this was crumb cake card. Okay, so for this particular project I'm going to use some Urban Underground DSP. You can use any cardstock, any DSP you like with this. They're so versatile, you can use what you like. So this is 8 1/4 by 6 3/8. I will put the conversion to metric on my blog, so don't worry about writing any of these down. Like inches and centimetres will be on my blog for you, hopefully make it easier. I've then gone and scored at 3/8 of an inch here, and I've pre-folded it, hopefully you can see that. And then on the short side at 1/4. Now these are going to be your tabs for later. Okay, from this line I've gone in 4 inches and scored down the middle there. That's quite a harsh score, and I'll tell you the reason why for that later. And then from here, the other side, I've gone down 1 inch. 1 inch all the way to here, so don't go all the way across but to here. You also need 3 1/8 by 3 1/2, and this is the opposite side because as you have this over you're going to see it on the inside, so I thought it would complement it. And this is going to be your pocket, which is going to sit on the front. I've also pre-stamped and pre-cut my tools. I tried to use tools that I thought you can get small enough to put in a pocket, as opposed to, I don't know, you could get a mini saw, I guess, but I've just used ones that I know you can get mini hammers, and these are all kind of like ones you put in a pocket. So I stamped 2 in this. This is going to be cut out for the handles. I've stamped a ruler Sorry, I've die cut a ruler and some little bits here. You'll also need these Urban Underground embellishments. Absolutely love these. These are discontinued, so they're on offer at the moment. They're reduced, so you might want to grab some. I just picked up another pack, which I'll show you in a haul video. I love them, absolutely love them. And they're on offer, so, you know, you can get some money off. Also need the decorative label punch. And I'm going to be using some crumb cake with a little dabber. You can use the sponge pieces for this, but this is just to go around the edges to give it a bit of rusticness. And I'm also going to use a black pen, which I will use for this, just to do the little stitch marks around here. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm bringing back my DSP, and what you do is once you've scored them all, fold them all the lines, and then you're going to be cutting these. Now this one, when you pull it over, it will be slightly longer, hence that line's a bit, because I pushed it back and I just did it again, hence that line's a little bit like looks double, it's a bit thicker. This doesn't matter because actually this is perfect for when you're going to make your pouch, so don't worry about that. That's kind of normal how it would work. So on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along this inch mark here first, only up to here. So I'll see if I can show it that way, if that's a bit more. So I'm literally just going to follow the line down to here and then chomp off that bit. Okay. Also with this I have, which I forgot to mention, I have followed the inch mark to just this tab so I know where to cut. So cut in a little bit just so you get a nice little tab effect and cut down. Okay, so it's taking shape. Now here you're going to cut right across this little section here at an angle, and that gives you your tabs, and they'll sit nicely once you've done it. And again here, so I'm cutting there and I'm going to cut off this section here. Okay, so that's the look you'll have, and there'll be your tabs, which we'll put over like that. Now for this, we are going to round the edges off just to make it look a little bit neater. So you can do this now, you can do this next step, whenever suitable for you. So I've got this corner puncher. You can use the envelope punch board as an option. Ooh, previous project there. So I'm literally going to come in at the corner and punch. And this I think just gives it a really nice finish. It's not compulsory to do, especially if you use the die. They've got this little jagged edge which looks really nice. This I'm just doing just to give it a nice finish. You can go around and like rust up the edges with the ink. I'm going to do that after, so I'm going to stick it together first. So you can do it whatever you find easiest. So I'm going to use some sticky strip. Stuck the sticky strip on the side here. I'm going to burnish that down, and I have snipped at the edges just to make it a neater edge. Now use your bone folder to burnish it. This just makes it easier to peel off. Okay, so I'm going to fold them in. Oh my gosh, where did that come from? Oh, I'm not doing very well today, am I? Alright. Oh, and I'm sticking. Now you want to get it in like that, and then get this bit in. It's always the way when you do the prototype, it always goes a lot smoother than when you actually film. It's one of those things. Here we go. Done that at a funny angle there. Okay, so that's a bit more bold than last time. That's a bit weird. I'm just burnishing that down so I know it's stuck down. You will get a little bit of a bulge there. It wasn't as much as when I did it last time, so I don't know what's happened there, but like I said, it doesn't matter because you're going to fit your chocolate in and it will work fine, absolutely fine. So that is totally awesome. Okay, so for this one I did do the punch at the top, which you can do before you stick it down, but I'm not going to do it on this one. I'm only going to do it for the pocket here. So this is what I use the decorative label punch for. So on this piece on the long side, I'm going to use that now, and I'm going to push it to the middle there, try and get it centre. If it's going to work for me today, I seem to be having one of those days. Oh no. Oh gosh, I really am having one of those days. Okay, so you'll get that nice little shape which will make our pocket. That is so cute. Again, I'm going to bring in my round punch and do the bottom edges there. Okay, and now we're ready to ink it up. So got a crumb cake, a little sponge dabber. I love these. You can use the other sponges segments to do this, but I actually love using these because they're just so easy to use. But like I said, you can do this part before you stick it down. I just really like doing it when it's the whole packages together. And this is just going to give it that kind of grungy kind of feel to it. Okay. So you want to make sure it's like you get more of it on the edges. It gives off a better kind of rust. It's like those old photos you get. That's how I think of it. The old photos always have that kind of burnished look on the edges. And that's probably just because they're old and they've got sun damage or something like that. But I always think that looks really, really awesome. And we're doing this bit. Okay, and then we're going to do the same for this as well. Now for this bit I'm just going in like roughly on the edges there just to give it a bit of shadow in. You do want to go heavier on the edges. Again, just so it gives it that extra bit. Now we're done with that. Now the look is different than on here. I think it shows up a bit more on here, but it does give it that extra something as opposed to it just being plain, so it's definitely worth doing. So a quick adjust of the video then, because I could see it slightly sliding, so we don't want that. Okay, so with this bit, now we're going to be pushing this to the side, and we're going to bring in all these cool little tools. I really love this set. I'm just having so much fun playing with it. It's a really good set. So with this, again, like in the previous videos, I'm just going to snip it off here. And we're going to get rid of the head. And this bit here, and we're going to get rid of that head. I'm going to use my Tombow glue to stick on the handles. Not too much, just enough to adhere it, because this is going to be under the card slightly, so it's going to be well stuck down. Okay, so we have our two little hammers and these are going in, they're going to go after. Now you don't have to use this mirror reflection kind of foily card. On here I've just used silver card. I think that still looks really nice. But also you could just stamp the image and colour it in. Now this next bit was a little bit tricky for me. I'm just going to get some washi tape to help me out while I place it all together. So with these, I wanted it so it's kind of like you could still see the handles. So kind of like that, and then I had this coming out here and this here. I think it was down a bit more. Like that. And then I just put it next to it just so I can see it's not going to go over too much over here. I think I'll move it up a little bit. Okay, so I've kind of remembered where they all go. Okay, I'll do a bit more adjusting in a moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some washi tape. This is just some grey washi tape I got from Paper Chase that I use for my planner. Yes, I'm also a planner addict. I'm sure I'll be showing you some videos on how to use Stampin' Up stamps to decorate your planner. I have got some in mind, but with the new catalogue there'll be other things coming. So right, so that's just loosely there at the moment, just so I can adjust. Okay, I like that. So I'm just going to press that sticky tape down a bit more. Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Right, just gonna turn that over and give that time to stick down. Right, I'm just going to quickly go around. I found this easier to do after. You can do it beforehand, but I just did this after so I know where to go with it. So you basically just want to do little dashes, little stitch lines around the edge there. Okay, I'm going to use the glue again to pop these little extras down. I actually really like the colour of this one. Let's just press that down so it's nice and secure. And there you have it. You have your little treat pouches. And don't forget, you can put a sentiment here. With this stamp set, you get lots of really, really awesome sentiment. Like, look at this nice big Happy Father's Day one. It's a really, really good one to use. And in the dies, you also get the frames for them. Now this one would be amazing, and you can put 2 little bolts. The bolts, I forgot the bolts. Like I said, one of those days. Oh dear. I absolutely love these embellishments. I think they're lovely. Okay, so they're the Urban Underground embellishments. Almost forgot. It's got the 2 little bolts. So if you use this, cut this out and place a little sentiment in here. All the sentiments do fit, or all the smaller sentiments. These all fit in here when it's die cut. You can put that there and have 2 extra little bolts on the end. That would be really nice. I think that's what she did on the Pinterest one. But that's our little treat project. So I hope you like this video. Sorry it was a little bit hickledy-pickledy. One of those days. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. The link to my blog will be in the description bar below. It will have all the measurements and I'll do a step-by-step of how to make this. So do check out my blog and my Facebook page. There are updates on some exciting things happening with Stampin' Up at the moment. Some nice pre-releases. And yeah, check them out. And have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.